Hey guys, welcome back to STGO Bro 64. I'm Chris. I'm joined by Reggie.
Hey guys.
And we're gonna talk about our impressions about the Nintendo Switch Nindies showcase, which is basically like a Nintendo Direct that they did for indie developers. They showcased 17 games, and the list is...
Okay, so the list of indie games that Nintendo, keep in mind these are newly announced games, so most of them. So the first one they talked about was Steamworld Dig 2, which is a proper sequel to Steamworld Dig, the first one. They also announced Yooka-Laylee, which is coming out as well. Overcooked, The Escapist 2, Goner. And I apologize for this pronunciation, Dendara, or something like that.
Dandara.
Yeah, basically. And Kingdom 2 Crowns, Runner 3.
Awesome!
Which is basically the sequel for Runner 2.
Commander Video is back, baby.
Yeah. And then they also announced Blaster Master Zero, Flippin Death, Graceful Explosion Machine, Mr. Shifty, Tumbleseed, Shakedown Hawaii, Pocket Rumble, Wargroove, and finally there was Stardew Valley. So keep in mind before we give our impressions, with this newly announced 17 games, the total amount of indie games that will come out of the Switch for 2017 is a total of 64. Which is huge.
That's pretty good. That's the same number we got, Bro 64. So we're gonna start with for me, like the biggest one, because it was a big surprise for me. Steamworld Dig 2 sequel. I played it on the 3DS and was my favorite game of an eShop game for the 3DS until Shovel Knight came along, So right now it's my second favorite game. So I'm super excited because they did Steamworld Dig Heist. It wasn't a sequel, just was kind of in the same universe, but not a direct sequel like this one. So I'm super excited about that. The next game that they talked about was Yooka-Laylee. They said on the video, "Oh, we're proud to announce officially for the first time," but the developers of Yooka-Laylee, like 3 weeks ago, they said that they're gonna do a Switch release. It's just not gonna be a launch. Because right now I do not know what day that game is coming. I think it's on March.
The
late March, but I'm not sure. But on the Switch, it's not gonna come out on the same day as the Xbox One and the other version, which is kind of sad. Because I was really hoping for that game, for the same date, so we can get the same opportunity to sell. It's a huge game. Hopefully, it's creators of Banjo-Kazooie, one of my favorite platformers of all time. So hopefully, I don't know. The game they showed there is saying that that's not actually the way it's gonna look.
It says that not necessarily that it's not a final version of the game. So it says that the gameplay or the graphics may change.
Yeah, because
I hope it looks as good as they showed on the trailer.
Yeah,
because it looked pretty good.
But I don't know, because I think that's Xbox One and PS4 footage. But I don't know. We don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, and at least for me. In regards to those two games, I never played Steamworld Dig, even though I did download it. So apologies for that, but the Nindies showcase video, they started that showcase or that direct with Steamworld Dig 2, so it shows that Nintendo is pretty confident in placing that game as the first one on their showcase, and it looked really good. Like the graphics look really good. It should look really crisp and really bright on the handheld screen itself. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe I should. I'm not sure if I should play the first one, but I do have it, so I haven't gotten around to play it.
Yes, you should. It's pretty awesome.
So in regards to the one, Yooka-Laylee, it's one of the most that I've been expecting that game like forever. I do love Banjo-Kazooie games, especially the first two, not the one for Xbox. That never happened.
That never happened. Never.
No.
We don't know what game that is. We don't know. We don't even know the name.
Yeah, not at all. And so it's basically from the same original team of developers. It has the same composer of the music, which is amazing, and it feels and it looks like a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. So I'm really looking forward to that. And another one that I kind of liked was the Flippin Death game.
Yeah,
it was kind of morbid at first. I was like, "What is this?" It's kind of weird, creepy.
Yeah, creepy, yeah.
But at the, there's a section in the video. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it here on the video that we're gonna upload, so that way all of you can know what exactly we're talking about. But in the video, this basically a character. It's a woman. She dies, and you're in the underworld.
Yeah, in the other world, and you can possess living people, I guess.
Yeah,
but they know they're being possessed, but they cannot do anything about it because you're controlling them. Basically.
Yeah, so basically it seems like you're doing chores or helping other ghosts with different stuff, and you need to interact with the living world. And it's cool because when the game changes from this underworld into the living world, the whole game flips, literally. The game is a 2D game, and it just flips completely, and the graphics look really, really good. And I don't know. At first, I was kind of maybe weirded out by it. It was a little morbid. The character just dies right there in the beginning of the trailer. But yeah, it looked really, really good.
And also, my second was Yooka-Laylee, but I was so surprised that they're gonna make Runner 3. I cannot believe that Commander Video is back once again, and it's gonna be a Nintendo Switch exclusive. So I'm super excited about it. I played the second one on the Wii U, and it was, oh my god, it was so great. It was so hard. It was so fun. The music, everything. I suggest to everybody, because I think that game came out in other consoles as well later. So I suggest to everybody to play that game because that game is awesome. But this one looks even more amazing. I'm super excited. To be honest, I cannot say any more good things about it. The music looks great. It looks now instead of just going left to right, you're going like us in
2.5.
Like 2.5, yeah. Because the camera is changing while you're running, and the other one it wasn't like that. So it looks that looks kind of new, and for me to play on the go, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be freaking awesome to be playing that game with the audio full, and and in a doctor's appointment, so people can be hearing me playing and jumping, hearing that weird music. So I do it sometimes just to piss people off, basically. But this one is gonna be freaking awesome because the music is so weird. You know what I mean? And from what I saw, from everything that I saw, it's a must buy for me. I'm super excited. Hopefully they bring back the announcer, which is Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario.
Yeah, Martinet.
Martinet. Yeah, hopefully they bring him back again because that make the whole experience better.
Yeah, I was really surprised of the, when you look at the original Bit Trip Runner game, the Wii, and then the one on the Wii U, and for other consoles and even the PC, they did a really big jump in graphics, and it seems that they did it again. It looks way better than the Wii U version or the prequel. to this game. It looks like really good. I like the changing perspectives of the camera that you mentioned. Maybe add a little more depth, literally, to the gameplay. And I was really surprised that after the previous one, it did come out to all systems. This one is exclusive to the Switch, so it's not coming out on any other system. So that's really surprising. I did not, to be honest, expect that. I'm not sure if maybe Nintendo gave them some money, which would be a different strategy than they used before in the past.
Which they should keep using.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was really surprised. And that one is coming out on the fall. So you should definitely check it out. I did play the first one, the original one, the one on the Wii U. They're both excellent, very great runner games.
The other one that looks awesome, which is coming out exclusive on Nintendo Switch and 3DS, and it's going to be available on March 9, is Blaster Master Zero. I heard that this is like a sequel of some type. I don't know the other ones, but this one looks awesome. The way with the action and everything. But another one that I'm really excited about that they showed was Graceful Explosion, which has HD rumble support. That makes you like the explosions, you're gonna feel it really well or great or whatever with the new Joy-Cons HD rumble. So I'm kind of surprised that a lot of the games that they showed had HD rumble support, because when they show it, and they didn't and said that Zelda wasn't gonna use it, I thought, well, I guess this is just gonna come out in a few mini games and that's it. This is a feature that's not gonna be used, but the indie developers, man, they're bringing it. So I guess they like the because I heard Zura51.
Yeah.
Talking about he was really excited about the HD Rumble. So I guess a lot of developers are excited about it. I'm excited about it because it's something new. I want to know what they can do with it. So Graceful Explosion looks amazing, like a lot of action, and hearing that it's gonna have HD Rumble makes me excited, more excited than I was. I'm already excited because of what I saw. Now I'm super excited to see what the HD Rumble is gonna bring. If it is gonna do something really, change the gameplay or whatever. The next game that they showed was Mr. Shifty, and that one, I don't know why. For me, it just looks like freaking badass. He's freaking kicking people with, hitting people with pipes and punching them. Going through walls and massacring everybody, and also it's gonna be a Nintendo Switch time exclusive, and that for me that's pretty big. That Nintendo is getting time exclusive, especially since people say Nintendo doesn't get they just get all ports. Now they're getting new games, plus some of them are timed, like this one, and also he's gonna have HD Rumble support again, and they're saying that it's gonna make you feel different when you punch people. So that's gonna be awesome and weird at the same time. I don't know if that's gonna make me feel like a more of a badass. When you hit somebody really really hard and it just rumbles a certain type of way.
Yeah, I imagine that maybe a punch will feel different than hitting someone with a broomstick, which they actually showed. So then I imagine maybe that's the way that they're going to go ahead and implement that. I'm really looking forward to it because I've seen a lot of videos of specifically in regards to HD Rumble, and all of the videos say that you have to feel the HD Rumble to actually understand what it is about. I actually believe that's true because it's Rumble, something that you have to touch. So I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on it, just feeling to see if the hype is real, because they have been saying it a lot of good things about it. Not Nintendo itself, but journalists and all that. And one game that I did want to talk about is from the creators of Retro City Rampage. I think the name was Shakedown Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I had 16-bit graphics. I don't know what about this game? Maybe I think it just reminds me of Metal Slug's graphics.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the bad guy shooting and stuff has the same type of colors and textures, and it looks so bananas. Everything that's happening, you can basically run over people in the city with boats, cars. You can put them on. You can use a flamethrower to light people on fire.
Motorcycle.
Maybe I don't know this.
I think it looks like a GTA mixed with Metal Slug and Contra.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty great description. I think it's exactly that. It's really weird, but it looks really good. I don't know about you.
No, it's awesome. It looks awesome. It looks crazy. Obviously, we're not gonna talk about all the games, but one that I did want to talk about was what was the name? Pocket Rumble. It's like a 2D fighting game, and they were saying I'm hopeful for this one because they were saying it's gonna be a Switch console exclusive, but also it's gonna come this March, and because of the AC Rumble feature, they're saying that every time you hit with a light attack, it's gonna feel different than with a heavy attack, and that like again, I'm really excited about that tech and what it means to I want to know if it really is a game changer or it's just something like just a little shake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just basically that's added. That doesn't really change the game experience. Yeah, well, in regards to that game, is actually pretty cool that they say that 2 players can play with the same game. So basically, you take out each Joy-Con and everyone, each player
put out
with each Joy-Con. So another one that I did want to talk about before we go ahead and wrap up and then finish, it's called War Groove. It's from Shuckle. Let me see the name of the developer. I think it's Shucklefish. Yes, Shucklefish Games. So basically, what they did, which I am loving, is they did a medieval Advance Wars.
Yep.
I loved Advance Wars. That's one of the series that I would wish that Nintendo would bring back and just make a game for it. I don't care if it has Super Nintendo graphics. But just bring it back. So since Nintendo is lazy and doesn't want to do it, I'm really glad that this indie developer is doing a strategy type of game. It's very similar, almost everything. Even when you're going in combat with an enemy unit, the camera zooms in and you see the combat up close and everything. So it's very good. But the difference between this and Advance Wars, that Advance Wars is a war. People are shooting with guns, etc. In this case, everyone has like spears, swords. There's even dragons, if I'm not mistaken. And I also saw that the game would include online and local multiplayer. I'm pretty stoked about that. I want to see how exactly that will turn out. If it's any fun or not, but I wouldn't know. But it looks really cool. You can also create. I see that you can create your own battlefields and stuff. So it just feels like a spiritual successor to Advance Wars. So I'm really looking forward to it. That's.
And the last thing that they said was that check out the eShop for new releases every week, starting day 1. Of course, we gotta see for how long that's gonna be the case, but I guess from day 1, there's gonna be a new game every week.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty cool. That means that Nintendo, even more than the Wii U, if you've been keeping a close eye on Nintendo, what they have done, the outreach they have done with digital distribution and for indie developers, it's really night and day, the difference between what was done in the Wii, then it evolved to the Wii U, which was really a very large evolution, and then in this case they're leaning even more towards indie developers. I think that's cool. Every week an indie game you know, my wallet is gonna be crying all the time, but I'm not complaining. That this is actually pretty interesting. Did want to point this out, that it seems that the Switch, maybe Nintendo in general, hasn't gotten a lot of support from like big game developers. It seems. I'm not sure. Maybe in 3D announced something, especially maybe Ubisoft, that usually they do support Nintendo.
Yeah,
I hope so. But contrasting to that, you see a lot of support. Like, this is really huge. 64 indie games in 2017. And apart from these 17 games, they have announced Shovel Knight, a lot of other games.
Fast Remix.
Yes, I think it's Fast Remix or RMX, something like that. Which is
Fast RMX.
Yeah, it's a really cool game. So it seems that maybe the third-party support and for big scale games is lacking. Let's be honest. But on the indie side, they have a lot of support. It's really really big. So I think that's good. That it's good for the system itself, just to make sure that there is a steady flow of content for the next few weeks. So that's actually pretty awesome. Do you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm really excited. Now I'm even more excited than I was before. I'm super excited because I thought for me it was like, okay, it's gonna be Zelda and then
nothing.
Cookie. You know what I mean? So now I'm thinking, okay, I can get the Yooka-Laylee, I can get Runner 3, I can get Steamworld Dig. I'm more excited now. Splatoon 2, so Mr. Shifty.
Yeah.
Kind of weird name. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. So I think that's good, because that means that between the big games of Nintendo, they're gonna put out a lot of content for indie games. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, the bad thing is that I'm gonna have to buy a SD card.
Oh.
Because I wasn't thinking about that. Because, it was Zelda, so I wasn't going to think about it. But now, with all these games, I'm like, I got to get an SD card. Because 32 gigabytes is not enough. It's not enough for all those games and the future updates and future software updates and all that.
Yeah, I actually...
And DLC, sorry.
I actually forgot about that for a second. Thank God I did order a 64 gigabyte micro SD card.
Show off.
Because you have to use it. It's if you are a gamer that is planning on downloading indie games, most of the indie games will fit. I see that the system, at least with the information they show, that will have like 25 gigabytes of memory available. So it's not much. Some indie games will fit, but I imagine there are other indie games that are a little larger. And let's say that you want to download a very large game. Imagine Dragon Quest 1 and 2. That's 32 gigs by itself. So it's not even enough. So I do recommend going ahead and maybe buying a micro SD card. And Amazon it is selling micro SD cards for a good price. So I think that's it. So I do want to thank all of you for welcome you back to our channel, and thanking you for subscribing. I see that on our first video we already have more than 100 views, and as a very first video, that's amazing, and thank you guys. We really do appreciate it.
Hopefully you stay to the end. We try to do it a little bit shorter, but there was so many games, so many things to talk. Yeah. So we're sorry about that. Yeah, thanks for the support, and keep sharing. Later, guys.
Later, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you like the video as well, and share with your friends.
And hit the bell button.
Yes, hit the bell button.